this year, which I'm sure by that point this movie had already been filmed, was already in editing post-production, so they kind of bit themselves in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like more than ever now people are paying attention to it. So obviously we'll see in another year from now, 2 years from now, if these things start to change now that it's becoming more of a discussion. But yes, the production studio essentially has come out and said that the Chinese producers are actually the ones that picked him to be in the movie to star in this role because they wanted a big box office name. Is Matt Damon that? I don't.
No,
for me,
but
he's not. But
okay. Well, see, I don't mean to cut you off, but see, this is what their problem is. Just because you have a big time actor in a movie does not necessarily mean it's going to bring in big dollars. We've seen it happen with a lot of movies at the box office. Okay,
But your odds are better if you do.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't consider half of the country going out to run and see Matt Damon play a Chinese man in a movie.
They went to see that fucking Jason Bourne movie and it sucked half of it. So
right, so and I feel like this is gonna be a flop too. But here's my thing.
I think this will be a flop too as well.
Here's my thing. I need Hollywood to stop thinking that a white man. There has to be a white man to save the world. Okay. So
right.
I mean, you have other you can I mean, I'm sure in the world of Hollywood, I'm sure when it comes to like Asian actors, I'm sure it's very small, just like it is when it comes to other minorities in Hollywood. But I mean, y'all couldn't someone besides him. It's like, come on.
Have y'all seen that show, Fresh Off the Boat? I think it's on ABC.
I have.
Yes, I have.
Oh my god, Hulu like force feeds it to me.
It's a great show.
One of the stars of that show, Constance Wu, because that is based all around a Chinese family, and one of the stars of that show wrote a long statement.
I read it. It was long.
A little bit of it says, I'll just read a sentence or two. It says, "Our heroes don't look like Matt Damon. They look like Malala, Gandhi, and Mandela. Your big sister when she stood up for you to those bullies that one time. Money is the lamest excuse in the history of being human. So is blaming the Chinese investors. Remember, it's not about blaming individuals, which will only lead to soothing their lame, but I had good intentions, but money." Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy though. Like, I don't know what Hollywood's issue is, but it seems like anytime they want to put a hero on TV, it has to be some white guy, and it's like, stop trying to make it seem like, in order for it to be a successful movie, it has to be a white guy, or in order to have a positive outlook on a movie, it has to have a white guy. It's like,
you have to think about what can we as consumers do about this.
Not watch it.
Exactly. So we're just not going to see the movie.
Exactly. They're not gonna distinguish the fact that you're not going to see that movie because someone's protesting the fact that it's a Caucasian man rather than an Asian man playing this guy.
If no one goes to see it, they will.
No, they won't, because they're gonna say, "Oh, it flops."
If not one person goes to see the movie, and they're not gonna say, "I wonder why nobody came."
Because that is not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
We'll see.
Right.
Now I'll tell you who can play my superhero.
Who's that?
Jesse Williams.
Oh yeah.
Any day. Come get me.
That's a black guy.
I'll go jump off the building downtown right now if he's gonna come save me. Please, can we get him as a superhero? Because
yes, he's gorgeous.
So I started following him on Twitter, and literally all he posts is like political stuff, which is great. But
he's actually very smart too. He's very smart.
He's very smart. Yeah. But I just look at his profile picture and just stare into those baby blues.
Beautiful. He's a beautiful man. I used to watch ER. Grey's Anatomy just for that for him. But
let me tell you what, I've never watched Grey's Anatomy, but I might have to start. What season does he come on?
Like 4 or 5, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. He's an attractive man. I will say that.
He sure is.
He is fine. But yeah, so I'm like I said, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a flop. And that's my story.
Well, the thing I was going to say about this is, though, if they would just, if Hollywood would just release movies with race accurate portrayals, meaning the person's playing the race of the character, not someone else's race playing it, if they would do that, all these movies eventually, it would eventually just be rote, and no one would think twice about it, and they would still go to see the movie regardless. I think.
Right.
I mean, it wouldn't be a big deal. I think it's only a big deal because people have come to expect certain lists of stars, A-list stars specifically, and almost all of them are Caucasian, to lead a movie or a film. How often do you see an Asian man as a leading man in a movie? You hardly ever do.
Hardly ever, especially now that the Jackie Changs of the world are no longer relevant.
Yeah.
Right.
And
right.
the black man.
And then also,
what
ahead. Happened to the Nina Simone thing? Did they? What are they doing with?
They
that?
were filming the movie at that time. So
wait. Who's filming? Wait. I love Nina Simone, and who's filming a movie about it? You talked about this before, I think, and someone was playing the part.
Right, we talked about this. Zoe Saldana.
That's it. Zoe Saldana. Yes. Okay.
And I was like,
You're
really?
Yeah, I know. Because that's what we did talk about it. Because she's like not a black woman. Nina Simone was all about black identity and all that stuff. Yeah, that's right. We did discuss this. Yeah.
Right, and I was like, really? So I haven't heard anything else about it, so I don't know if it's still in production. I don't know what they're doing. Or if they're gonna redo it, I don't know. But I thought of like 3 or 4 people off the top of my head that are gonna play Nina Simone.
So you're saying that they're still making the movie, or you don't know?
I'm not sure. I'm thinking that they are. I'm not 100% sure.
They were filming the movie when all of that controversy was going on, which was only around like March, April, something like that. So
right.
It wouldn't come out until next year.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I feel like we were talking about that last year. That's how long ago.
No. This is just a few months ago. But
okay.
no, I mean, like I said, I personally could have thought of 3 or 4 people who could have played Nina Simone and looked a lot like them. But
Oh, absolutely.
That's Hollywood for you.
Well, what's her face? What the fuck is her name? Zizi Obaduba from
Uzo Aduba?
Yeah, thank you. Uzo Aduba. Yes.
Yeah.
She would have been awesome.
I said her. I thought of her. Another person that would have been great would have been Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill. Yes.
She would have been
well,
great.
She can sing and everything too. Of course, can Udo, whatever her name is.
Lauryn Hill would have been great. I thought of also Jill Scott. She would have been great in it.
Jill Scott does not look anything like Nina Simone to me.
No, I mean, well,
and she doesn't really have the essence of her either. I don't think so. I disagree with that.
Well, I mean, that was my
I'm just saying.
Pick, but my main pick was Lauryn Hill. Oh, another one that I thought looked like her was India Arie.
Oh, that would have been an awesome pick too. Yes, I agree with that.
Right, like they could have picked Lauryn. I would have been.
And
cool
these are all
Lauryn
people who sing. All these people sing wonderfully. All of them do. And
right,
yeah, and they would have been perfect for it. But oh well, whatever. And they can act.
Right.
So.
Right, and I feel like they would capture that essence because they are all about, Black power.
But you know what it's about, though? It's just like we were talking about just now with Matt Damon in that movie. They're picking someone they feel has star power, even though I don't really think she has that much star power. But she has more star power, I guess, in their minds than these other women do, and therefore they chose her.
Zoe Saldana. Zoe Saldana is not a household name to me.
Me
sorry.
Either, but I think because wasn't she the one that was in Avatar and all that?
Yeah, I think she was in Avatar, and then she was in that Marvel movie, that big Marvel movie.
Yes, yes, she was a superhero.
And she had a lead role in Columbiana. Now that movie was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't consider her.
But you think these other women are household names other than Jill Scott? You think Lauryn Hill obviously is. You're right.
Lauryn Hill, India Arie probably not so much.
And Ubo, what the fuck is her name? Ubo Aduba. What's her name?
Wait a minute. Let me say this.
What is her name?
That woman's name.
I love her, but I can never say her name. I love her, but I can never say her name. Uzo Aduba. Is that right?
Yes.
Uzo Aduba.
Yes.
Nobody knows her name either, obviously, because I can't even fucking say it. But I love her. But she's not a household name either.
Yes. She's
that
one girl from Orange is the New
Black with the crazy hair, the crazy eyes.
The one that's not Laverne. That's what people. Yeah.
Right. So moving on to pop culture / celebrity / bullshit topics. Kesha, which Child, I really don't care about. But go ahead and talk
We know
about
you
it.
don't care, but we've been following the story for quite a while. Today, Kesha and her legal team have decided to drop the charges against Dr. Luke in the state of California, but not in the state of New York. I'm not really sure how that works. I tried to do a lot of research on it, but I couldn't really find any articles or any specification. So I'm just going to assume that it's legal stuff and they can't really say what. But in a statement that Kesha's lawyers did put out today. It says Kesha is focused on getting back to work and has delivered 28 new songs to her record label. Kesha's lawyer tells BuzzFeed News, "We have conveyed to Sony Music and the label Kesha's strong desire to release the single and an album as soon as possible. She recorded the songs at her own expense in order to fulfill her contractual obligations. If Dr. Luke's team refuses to release any of the 28 songs, Kesha could present that as an evidence that Sony and Dr. Luke, despite their assurances to the contrary, are refusing to release her new music." So this does prove that Kesha is in fact working on new music. She is touring a little bit right now. As you know, she just did a couple shows in Vegas, which obviously would be funded by a record label. So I think that does go to show that there is something going on behind the scenes that we don't really know, especially if she were to drop this case. I don't know if maybe there was a plea deal involved or she really is just getting fed up with it and just wants to let it go and release new music.
I'm just trying to figure out how do you sue the same person in two different cities or two different states.
Honestly.
Because it's not a felony. It's not a felony. If it's a felony, it's a what's the word? If it's a felony, then it's across the state lines. But if it's not a felony, if it's or a lower end felony, or whatever, then it's not across state lines. So maybe she was raped or whatever she said she did to her in New York and in California, and so they're dropping the ones in California, but not in New York. So that's what she's doing, I think.
If there's a lawyer or an attorney listening, can you call in and share this information?
You don't need a lawyer or an attorney. I just told you, bitch.
But I want to know from someone who
knows what they're talking about.
That I want to know how this works because I'm sure you can, but I'm just trying to figure out how they're able to do that, sue in two different states across the country. So,
but I will say, let me tell you, and I hope this doesn't come out as shady. I'm just acknowledging that this happened. She did her few shows in Las Vegas, and I will say she's put on some stress weight, which there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody puts on weight when they're going through stuff. But when I was looking at the posts online, and it wasn't like Kesha fan sites, it was like pop culture sites that I follow, blogs, that kind of thing. When people were posting pictures from the event and giving recaps, when I was reading through the comments, people were saying really nice things. They were saying like, "Oh, so happy she's able to perform again, da-da-da, she deserves it, da-da-da." There were no comments about her weight or about how she looked, which maybe they were deleted, I don't know. But I just thought that was really nice that for once, when I glanced at the comments, there wasn't, you're fat, she got fat. You know what I mean? So sometimes we have to acknowledge the nice things that we see online.
Amen.
Oh, well, best of luck to you, Kesha.
Jason's like, "Oh, well, she got fat."
Right. No, but if you gain weight, things happen, but I just hope it gets taken care of because it seems like it's a somewhat of a big issue within pop culture topics, but in reality, I really don't care. But best of luck to you, I guess. This is going to be off topic, but I just got a notification on my phone from Amazon, and I am highly pissed with them. So I ordered something online. I'm about to go in on Amazon. So if you work for Amazon or some shit, and if this offends you, I really don't give a fuck. So I ordered an external battery pack from Amazon. It was, I forgot how much I paid for. I think it was like $30 or something. It wasn't much. And it was supposed to be here today, right? This shipped out on July 27th, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be here today. I just get a notification on my phone like literally moments ago. That was like, your shipment has been delayed. Why is it delayed? It's in Dallas. Why is it delayed? What happened?
But what does that have to do with Amazon? That has to do with the carrier, not Amazon.
Well, I'm upset with them.
Who's shipping it? FedEx, UPS, USPS? That's who you need to deal with.
I don't even know. Let me find out.
Amazon's not gonna be able to do anything for you.
Well, I'm upset with them too because they waited
Actually-
too late to ship that. They waited too late to ship out this shit anyway.
Did you
okay? 'Cause
did
I
you
would've
ask
just,
it to be delivered on a specific day or like within a certain time frame?
No.
Okay, well then you have to deal with it. Sorry.
So it says okay. So I just looked it up. It says delivery attempted, signature is required, or unable to find secure location.